All right, cool. I got Brandon here with me. Welcome to
What's
Panther
up?
Magazine
What's
podcast,
up,
man.
guys? How's it?
Live from Hawaii. I like the issues in the background. That's really cool.
Hey, I had to do it, man. I
That's
had
freaking
to.
awesome. And I like the Panthers of Hawaii hat because I have the T-shirt on.
Yeah.
I
I
wear.
mean, this was just a trial run. I mean, I was just kind of winging it. It came out pretty decent.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. So you make
Yeah.
hats and T-shirts, right?
Hats, t-shirts, stickers. We even went as far as making bags. Um,
Like book bags or?
like like you go shopping, kind of grocery kind bags, the
Uh,
reusable kind.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
we
That's
made
freaking
those
sick.
kind. Yeah, and then the only reason why we made those is because in Hawaii, not everyone knows, but plastic bags are not allowed
I
in
don't know why.
any store.
I was kind of thinking that that was a thing in Hawaii.
Oh
Just
yeah, it's been a thing
yeah.
for years now. So every time we go to the store, we always have to bring our own reusable bags.
That's crazy. So what happens if you like get caught with like one of those plastic bags?
As of as far as I know, nothing really. I mean, it's Hawaii. People, I grew up where we used to just save all the plastic bags, put them inside something so we can use them for
Yeah,
something else
I
later.
got a cabinet full of plastic bags.
And we still do too, man. That's why I don't understand how they would ban them at all the convenience stores. So it's like Walmart. We got this place called Foodland, which is like a. I guess you can compare Foodland to like Ralph's.
Okay,
It's kind of the same, except Foodland's kind of like a Hawaii thing because it's all like mostly local food. That's where like we
that's
have
why
this
like all the
Hawaiian
fresh
food
food is
called.
probably
Oh yeah,
there.
but
Yeah.
that's where I go to get my kind my poke
What's that
raw
exactly?
fish. It's raw fish.
Oh man,
They have all kinds of different types of flavors. It's crazy, but I don't know. I'm not real fond of eating like spicy stuff. So there's this spicy
yeah.
ahi that it's called.
I can't
I
eat
avoid
spicy
that one.
food. I
I
feel you. I
avoid that
can't.
one.
I don't even like hot sauce, dude. Hot sauce. I can't do hot
Uh,
sauce. I can't
I
really do peppers. Spicy food is
I don't
crazy.
even put anything on most of the stuff I eat, bro. I don't even put anything on it. Like maybe every so often you'll see ketchup. That's rare. I don't ever put anything on any of my food. I'm
I'm
one of those guys.
I'm the same way. Maybe like you said, ketchup, mayonnaise, maybe barbecue sauce and
Yeah.
ranch. But I try. I'm
Like normal stuff, not like weird. I know people that put hot sauce on like um their cheeseburger as they're eating it.
yes,
They like dip it inside a
mm-mm.
little bowl. It's like,
That ruins the
huh?
whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like I
Like
know people that put hot sauce on eggs, and I think that's so nasty.
I can't
That
do
is
that.
so disgusting.
Tabasco on eggs. That's
Yeah,
no.
yeah, that's just way too.
It's already bad enough. I mean, that we have like I don't know what it is, but our eggs, man, grocery shopping here,
Hmm.
you gotta have some money, man.
I believe that, man. I believe it
Anything
because
anything in Hawaii
I
is
feel like
so
everything
expensive.
I feel like everything there is fresh when it comes to grocery shopping and stuff.
You guys are we gotta wait for it to come here to the islands on a
Okay.
boat. So it's like a
Yeah.
lot of our stuff really isn't fresh, like
True.
the only thing we really have that's fresh is like sometimes it's milk or like certain types of meats
Yeah.
or even like what you call we have Dole Plantation,
Okay.
the pineapples and all that,
Yeah.
because it's on our island. We get it first before everybody else. So like
That's
the Dole products you see like the canned pineapples and all that
yeah, like the cup of
all came from
pineapples and
this
fruit.
island.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So anything Dole brand that you see on the shelves at like whatever store you go to came from Oahu.
That's crazy because I think I had a strawberry lemonade dole drink today.
Yeah, that came from
So that
here.
came from Hawaii. That's
Yeah,
crazy, dude. I had
yeah,
no
because
idea.
we have like on the north side of the island. If you're
Yeah.
going like the most popular area, like Haleiwa side,
Hmm.
the road to get to Haleiwa is nothing but pineapple fields on both sides.
Fields, not even trees, just like actual
Just all
fields.
huge fields for like
That's
miles.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so we get a pretty like year round. We always have good. pineapples, but we always have to deal with. We get a lot of fires out here on
Oh,
that side, especially.
I didn't know
But
that.
most of them is like intentional. They're doing it on purpose. But
Really?
sometimes, oh yeah, they do it. They do it on purpose a lot of the time out here. They have
That's
to clear out the area to do the next batch. I guess. I guess that's why they do it.
that's
Not
messed
real
up.
sure, but you know, of course, being in that area, we have the occasional random fire due to other things. But
Yeah,
we're just like everybody else. We're
true.
not paradise, as they would.
Yeah, but that's probably what most
There's
people think. I
a
mean,
lot of things behind the scenes that people who come here to visit don't see.
I believe that.
Yeah, and
Especially coming from you, I believe that.
I see it all.
I believe that. So
Being
like
born and raised here and all, so I seen it all. I heard it all. So
that's one of the questions I wanted to ask you actually is where exactly in Hawaii are you from?
I am from what is called Waipio Valley in
Okay.
the central Oahu, like Milani area.
Yep.
That's where I was born and raised.
How far is that
And
from like Honolulu? That's like somewhere everybody
probably
knows.
about a 25-minute drive, roughly.
That's not bad.
Of course, depending on the traffic, because our traffic sucks.
And then you throw tourists in the mix, that probably doesn't help either.
I'm not gonna lie, when we had the whole COVID scare, and then they kind of shut the island down,
Hmm.
and then it was kind of like the Waikiki area, which is the most popular part of the island for tourists, even North Shore, was a ghost town.
Really?
It was just like all local people, no tourists, nothing.
That must have been weird for you guys.
It was weird because you go to Waikiki, you're used to seeing crowds of people, and it's all tourists, right?
Yeah,
Nope. During that whole COVID thing, it was just a ghost town. Like there was nobody walking the streets in the middle of the day.
that's crazy.
Because I used to
That's
work out there, so you
damn.
go to work and you're like, why am I even here? There's like no one even in the area.
Yeah, just pay me to stay home.
Yeah, pretty much. Because it was such a ghost town. The only people you would actually see where I was working, it was a parking garage,
Yeah.
was like local people who lived in the hotel.
Dang.
Yeah, that was about it. You don't even see tourists for it. That was a solid like maybe almost a little over half a year of like no tourists. And
Dang.
all of us they started doing all these weird things, allowing tourists, and
Now
really
everything's probably back to normal now, I can imagine.
somewhat, yeah. I mean, we're pretty much back to normal already. I mean, I can finally, after about 2 years of having to wear a mask just to go somewhere, I
True.
can finally walk into a Walmart and not have to worry about wearing a mask.
You can go to the bathroom and not have to wear a mask.
There's
So
the only thing about here is the only time you really need to wear a mask, which I don't understand why, is if you go to like to the doctor or something. That's the only place on the entire island that they make you, oh, you gotta wear a mask.
that's kind of weird. You would think the doctor's office would be the most sanitized place
Yeah, but they,
anywhere.
they they make you wear a mask if you go in. It's like, really? But everything else here, normal mask. Why
Yeah.
is so you being the only place on the island that says, oh, you gotta have a mask? What difference you gonna make?
Yeah, true. Then you probably got the crazy people that go in the hospital like, I'm not wearing a mask.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, I've never seen it myself. Like it's crazy to see. Like I'm sure because occasionally I'll send you like a crazy video that happens here in Hawaii.
Yeah, I like those funny
Most of the
videos you
time,
send me. Those are funny.
yeah, that's brother Jeffrey. He's a pretty
Yeah.
funny. There's a lot of funny local comedians we have, and he's one of them.
Yeah.
But as far as like people and the way we operate here in Hawaii,
Hmm.
every video you see most of the time that somebody's doing something stupid here on the island, it's never somebody from here.
That's crazy that you say that.
It's always somebody getting into a fight, and it's never a local person. Or it's somebody doing something stupid they're not supposed to do, like touching an endangered animal, like a
Yeah.
sea animal that we have here, like whether it's turtles or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
People are the only idiots touching them are tourists.
People that aren't. That's crazy.
Uh,
So
there
people
were
there are pretty.
times.
You
Oh,
can
it's
still So you can just like walk out your front door and be able to tell who's a tourist and who's not,
Oh,
probably.
it's so easy out here. It's so easy. You could spot, okay, you're definitely not from
That's
here.
funny. That is cool
Like,
though.
it's funny because then you get like the military people who have to move here because military, right?
Yeah,
They stick out like a sore thumb. Not even like
I
you
believe that.
know, okay, they're definitely not from here in the military.
That's really cool though.
It's so funny. Like there were times where I'd go to a certain place and I've always gotten asked, "Are you military?" And it's just like, um, take a second and listen to the way I'm talking. I am definitely not military. Not at all.
I feel like you should probably just start running with that so they can start giving you discounts on everything.
Hey man, I've already had, yeah, we can give you the military discount anyway. And I'm like, well, hey, I can save some money.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I left my identification at home, but I'll take the discount.
Yeah. Hey, I've done it a few times at like the auto parts store and stuff. So it's like,
That's
hey,
smart. That's
why not?
smart.
I'll
Why
take the
not?
military discount.
Let me get $20 off the air filter.
But hey, I mean, you gotta do what you can to survive out here. It's not cheap
Yeah,
living out here, man.
I
It's
believe
crazy.
that. I believe
A
it.
one bedroom, bruh, $2,200 or more.
You're 22.
It's expensive out here, man. And
Dang,
that's in like a not so nice area. It's still expensive.
dang. That's a lot
Yeah,
of money for a one bedroom.
yeah, it's crazy out here. Like a two-bedroom like house or whatever like that is going for like 3,500 right now. Two-bedroom house.
That's
It's not
crazy.
even that big of a house. It's like a you know that ongoing thing where, oh, you guys live in grass shacks. No, we have actual houses, but they're
Yeah,
expensive as shit.
I've
And
definitely
that's
looked at
why,
houses in Hawaii before. There's some nice houses there. I feel like it's ignorant for people to think that about places like Hawaii, like that you guys live like that. There's nice.
yeah,
Yeah, so
we got nice houses, man. It's
yeah,
just it's
yeah.
expensive.
True, true.
like like the house that I'm currently in right now,
Okay,
this house is going for 900 plus. And this house was built in the early 70s and
wow,
was never remodeled.
that's crazy.
I mean, some of it was like little here, like things here and there was redone,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like 900,000 for a house that's kind of still old and that's expensive. This same house, anywhere else in the mainland, probably like 250 max maybe
But
for the same house.
it's the location probably, huh?
Location, the most expensive part of the area that I live in is called an area called Milani Mauka.
Okay.
It's like you live in Mauka, you got money.
Dang. I'm
Because
not,
living out there, even renting up there is expensive.
I believe it. I believe that.
And the houses are actually nice. And the thing about this area is they have what's called, I'm sure they have it where you're at, association, like a homeowners
Yeah,
association
yeah,
type
yeah,
of
yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
where they have rules. You can't do this to your house. You can't make your house this color. You can't
So
leave this in front of your house.
pretty
It's
much just have
it's
to move in and keep everything how it is.
pretty much. But the part that we're in, the association, they're not so strict. So
Okay.
it's like they're like, whatever. You can leave that outside your house. You can leave your easy up tent in your driveway. We don't
Yeah, I
care.
was gonna ask you about the tent too. Well, that's actually gonna lead from this question. I was gonna ask how you got into Panthers and especially being in Hawaii.
That's that one. So how it started was I was kind of at the time I had a Toyota. It was a Camry,
Okay.
and then it. I blew that thing up. The thing I just ran it into the ground to just stop working.
Like you're supposed to with Toyotas.
Yeah, I ran that thing into the ground, and then it came to a point. I gotta look for something else, and then my '99 Grand Marquis popped up on Craigslist. I saw the car.
Nice.
I messaged the guy because it was listed. He had it listed for at the time it was seven something, like 750,
Oh,
seven
man,
hundred fifty bucks.
I wish I could find a Panther for 750 right now.
Mind you, I looked at it. I called him up. I had questions. I texted him a few other questions that I might have forgot.
Yeah, yeah.
Car was up to date, And mind you, a car up to date in Hawaii
Hmm.
for cheap is like finding gold.
Really?
No joke. Registering a car here is expensive. The Crown Vic,
Yeah.
that costs $460 a year for registration.
Wait a minute. For registration.
Yep.
This-
And they go by weight. And the stupid part about that is
That sounds crazy.
we have the Crown Vic and then we have
The Mercury.
the
Right?
Grand Marquis.
Yeah, yeah.
They're practically the same weight,
Hmm.
but my Grand Marquis is almost $100 more.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's every month you said, a year?
Every year. So once
That's
a year,
still a
like
lot
they'll
of
have a
money.
sticker that will say like, let's say you registered your car in February.
Hmm.
So the sticker will say February of 2023. And then obviously 22 is when you did it. So when it
Yeah.
comes to February 23, you got to go redo it again.
You gotta go pay that $400
Yeah.
again.
So it's whatever month that you ended up registering the car is what the sticker will say. And then we also have a thing called safety checks.
Okay.
It's not like smog at all.
Mhm.
You bring your car in, you make sure you have, insurance and all that stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
They'll look over your car, make sure it's roadworthy, your lights work. The only crappy thing about here is you can't even have LED lights in your headlights
That's
for it
crazy.
to pass safety. You have to put your stop ones back in.
That's a hassle.
It is. Every year I gotta switch them out. It's so annoying.
So how
And the
long is that?
halogen bulbs are crappy.
How long does that inspection take though?
I pull in and I pull, probably about no more than 5 minutes. They'll look around the car, make
It's
sure
not
everything's
cheap.
good in operating order, and you gotta pay I think it was $23 for the
Damn.
safety check sticker,
On top of
and
the
that's also once a year on
yeah,
top of your registration.
that is insane.
Yeah,
Because the
but
registration here is just it's just a one-time fee. You just pay once to get it registered, and then you're
yeah.
probably paying.
So
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
how back to where we were.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
my thing with the Panther started was I saw the car. I went to go look at it, and mind you, where the car
Hmm.
was not the safest nor the nicest part of the island.
Uh,
In the most sketchy part of the island I could go to go buy this car. I
oh
show
man.
up, I have the cash. I was able to get them down to $500 cash.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know how I managed that. The car had working AC, nothing was wrong with it, everything up to date.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
car was decently clean for the year. Obviously it's been through some shit.
True.
But
What year is it again?
99.
99. That's
And
nice. I had a 2000. Two
yeah,
2000. 99
they're
and
pretty much the same because I have a friend, a friend of mine, a young kid, has a 2000 and looks exactly like mine.
yeah. And
Yeah,
it's 1 year difference. So
yeah.
yeah.
So they didn't change too much between those two, and they're both GSs. So I mean, the GS they didn't really change anything
True.
between what like 3 or 4 different years.
Oh
It
man.
stayed the same, I think, if I
Yeah.
remember right. But when I had the car the first time,
Hmm.
I brought it home, and how it started, like when I first saw the car, I was like, it's kind of a big car. I know it's going to be kind of not the greatest on gas.
Probably.
But what sold me
Yep.
was when he said, "Oh, I have personal plates for the car. You want them? You can have them, so you can register them." He just had personal plates that he didn't actually register to the car yet, but he had them for that car.
So you pretty much bought the car with plates
Yeah,
already.
and
That's
personal
cool.
plates is another like 60 something dollars, but back then it was like $25 or something like that. Now they raised the price, so it's
Damn.
both of our Panthers have personal plates now, but it's not cheap.
Yeah.
But so the first three letters of the plate are my full name initials. When I saw the plate, when he showed it to me,
Hmm.
right then and there, I said, "Sold." I like, this car has to stay with me.
Yeah, I would have bought
Just
it too.
the plates was like, okay, this is obviously meant to be. This
Yeah,
car
this
gotta
is a
come home with
sign.
me.
Yeah, exactly. This is a sign that
Since
I need
then,
to drive this car.
I brought the car home, kind of just use it, to get to work. I didn't think much of it.
Okay.
Didn't really customize anything. Drove around stock for a while. And then one day, I'm just on Instagram, chilling. I'm bored, nothing to do that day.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I don't know what I was doing, but I think I was looking up certain things. Because you know me, I'm a car guy. I gotta do something to make the car different.
Yeah, yeah, true. Something.
And
Some
I'm just
tints or
looking
something.
around, seeing if there are people who do it, like customize these things on Instagram.
Yeah.
The first car, and this is no joke, this is what started everything for me. The first car that came up was Manny's car. Lachelle. That car
That
started it all for me.
that's
No joke.
crazy.
And
I
I'm
think
pretty sure I'm not the only one that will tell you that.
that one time we talked on the phone for like a few hours. I think you told me this before.
Yeah.
Turtle
His
started everything.
That car started it all for me. I saw what they can, what you could do to them. And I was
Yeah,
like, holy crap. I didn't even know I could do all this. This is crazy.
that is
And then
crazy.
it kind of just, I followed him, I saw all the things he was doing, and it kind of just started growing. I was like, I got to do this to my car. So the first thing I did
Yep.
was I blacked out my windows.
I mean, that's not a bad place to start either.
Yeah.
It's
I
not a bad.
blacked them on. I was like, now this is how it's, then I was so much happier just driving it to work every day. Like, now
True.
this is perfect. Especially here in Hawaii, it's hot. The
True.
darker the windows, the better.
Was it
And I
was
had,
did it have
yeah,
tint? Did it have leather
the
seats?
car it had just the cloth seats in it,
Ah, the cloth seats.
but it
But
has it has the bench cloth seat,
yeah,
not
yeah,
the buckets, which I like.
yeah. I like the bench seat
And
too.
so the freak after that, I did my tint. I was like, okay, this isn't. I need to do more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I ended up, changing out the LED, putting LEDs in the front, and then I eventually made my front grille because I'm not a real big chrome guy.
Hmm.
I blacked that thing out. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that's better.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And
So
then
you tinted it.
eventually,
So you tinted it out. Then
yeah,
you blacked out the chrome. Those are the first two things you did.
first two things I did, and then I kind of just was like, okay, life's kind of getting busy, so I
Yeah.
kind of just stopped there for now. I daily drove the car for a while, and then
It probably looks sick though. Still how it was.
oh yeah, right now, I mean, right now the car's kind of a full blown project. Like motor got to come out and all,
True.
because
True.
throughout the time that I driven the car, I put a lot of miles, and the miles before me owning it
Hmm.
was hard miles done by like a department here on like HPD or something like that.
Okay.
So the the car, obviously took a beating. You could see some of the certain parts of the body had dents. Like you could tell that okay, they used the crap out of this car.
Yeah.
But I drove the thing until and I'm pretty sure every Panther owner is aware of the problem.
Hmm.
The main bearing let go, so now the motor kind of knocks.
True.
So that right there is what started the project. The motor kind of just saying, I had enough.
So like, so because you have a Vic too. I don't know if most people don't know you have a Vic and a Merc.
Yeah.
Um. So how long after that happened did you find the Vic?
Well, for a while, I kind of was just like borrowing family cars and stuff here and there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'd say probably about when I met my other half, we decided, okay, let's go look for a car because she wants to learn how to drive, right?
True.
Then we went looking, and at the time there was a bunch of different Crown Vics for sale, and we bought that one. And that was like maybe I parked my car maybe 2 years before that and was just using family cars to get around
Yeah.
and whatever, or friends or whatever.
Hmm.
And then eventually, when I met her, I was like, let's go find something so I could teach you and stuff like that.
True.
And then it ended up being a Crown Vic.
Yeah. What better than a Panther? Teach your.
Safest thing to drive, let's be honest.
It's
Anything,
comfortable too.
it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, being that she's kind of new to driving,
Hmm.
start her off in something a little bit big.
Yeah, she can
Gets her.
drive that. She can drive a Corolla.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Come on. If if you if
Oh,
you somehow cannot drive a Corolla after driving your Crown Vic, then maybe you should
turn that license
rethink it.
back in. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that one kind of we got the Crown Vic, and that one kind of just started to spiral. We're like, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, we gotta do this. It just spiraled into this out of control. Like, not to this day, we're still doing stuff to that car.
That car looks nice though today.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's
that
pretty
looks
damn clean
nice. Yeah,
for what it is.
man, definitely. I like the wheels on it. I even think the detailing thing you have on the side of it is really cool.
It kind of matches. Yeah, it kind
Yeah,
of like it looks like it belongs there.
yeah. It
Yeah,
gives you that vibe like, yeah, this is that type of car. This is what we do. This is what I drive.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that car, the funny thing about my Grand Marquis, that one kind of it just sits right now because
Okay.
right now I have to find the time to pull the motor out of it.
True.
And right now where it's parked is kind of a difficult place to do that on
True.
the side of a street. I mean, I'm gonna do it eventually. I just gotta find the tools to do it on the
Okay.
side of our like right in front of the house on the street.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
was
pull it
thinking
right
of,
there.
I think you sent me pictures of it parked on the side, maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Or you tagged me with like it's parked on the side of a road and the
yeah.
photo.
I tagged you in a photo where it was the Crown Vic and that car parked next to each other,
Yeah.
and the Grand Marquis was on the parked on the
Nice.
street, and I just pulled up the Crown Vic next to it. That's
Nice.
the photo I sent you. Yeah,
Yeah. I was thinking of that one. Yeah.
yeah.
I got good memory, man.
So yeah, that car is kind of just you know, I do what I can when I got the time. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a slow project, but I'm not rushing it because I want it to turn out
How you want
to
it.
my expectations. I don't want to just cut corners and stuff like that. I
Yep.
want to make it right. So, you know, in a way, the Crown Vic's kind of a pass the time.
True.
Just do easy stuff here and there. So the rims, though, the story on that one is kind of funny. One day I was bored looking on Facebook Marketplace,
Yeah.
and I came across the wheels for $200,
For all four.
all four with tires.
That's crazy. Are those 18s, 19s?
They're actually factory 17s.
That's crazy.
So you know how they made like knockoffs of that specific wheel? There's like
Yeah.
knockoff brands.
Hmm.
The knockoff brands are the bigger size ones, like 18s and above.
That's crazy.
Because I've seen knockoffs, and I always thought, wow, I don't ever remember seeing older Fords with anything bigger than a 17.
17s. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's crazy.
So they're factory 17s, and the tires on them were like the condition of them, because the guy I bought them from, they were sitting in his garage in North Shore just
Okay.
collecting dust, and he actually brought them to me. I didn't have to go anywhere. It was kind of funny. I got him to bring me the rims to my
You must have
house.
been trying to get rid of them.
Oh yeah. So about that whole week after buying the rims, I spent some time and I redid them. They went from chrome to black.
Oh, so they were chrome when you bought them.
Yeah, they were chrome, but they're all pitted, the typical pitting from like rust and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I cleaned them all up and I sprayed them all gloss black. And to
Oh,
me,
how long did
the
that take?
gloss black, I sprayed all four of them in one day and I let them sit for a while, and then I put them right on the car after.
That's awesome.
It was just so I could have them, because right now the original rims that were on the Crown Vic are now on my car,
Uh,
on my Grand Marquis. So, because the Grand Marquis, they come with those ugly steelies that
yeah.
rust super
Oh
easy.
man, those I like the spoke ones that come on the
That's the ones
side.
that's on it right now.
Like the
On
hubcap ones, but the steely ones I don't like those ones, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ones that's on the spoke style, but it's an actual rim, not a hubcap.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
those
what's
ones.
on. I put those on the Grand Marquis. They were originally on the Crown Vic,
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. They're like kind of like
and they
webs.
have that weird round center cap,
Yep,
the
yep,
big center cap. Yeah,
yep.
yeah. So now we basically swapped the wheels so that I didn't have to deal with looking at those ugly steelies.
Yeah, those
I was like, at least with these wheels, it looks a little bit better. It kind of helps my vision of
true.
looking at what that car will be.
I
Because with the
feel like
ugly steelies, I was like, oh,
they could
oh,
have
look at
did
that.
they could have did something better than the Staleys, man. They could have
Yeah,
came.
I don't know what it is about those steelies, but here in Hawaii, there was one time I actually redid the wheels in like a gloss black because they
Hmm.
were so ugly when I first bought the car.
Yeah.
Now they're back to the ugly and rusty. I
Oh
don't know
man,
what it is about those steelies in Hawaii. They just rust so easy.
I think that's all of them though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't like them. I feel like they should have did something else with those wheels. Steely
Oh
wheels,
yeah.
not cool. Maybe on Vicks, but on the Mercs, I don't think they look cool. Unless it's
I don't
really,
know.
unless they're really.
There's out here. I mean, have you seen some of the cars that came to some of the meets that I've held?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen those.
A popular wheel is like, like the Mustang, the super nice Mustang wheels with that three spoke center
Yep,
cap.
yep, yep.
Those are popular on the Panthers out here.
They look good on them too, though.
Yeah. But I've noticed out here, I've never seen a single Panther with a rim bigger than a 20.
That's interesting.
The biggest rim I've seen on a Panther so far here on the islands was a 20. Nothing bigger than that.
And 20s don't even look like doesn't make that much of a difference on the eye, really.
So the one guy that I've posted on my Panthers of Hawaii page,
Mm-hmm.
the Crazy Vic
Oh,
03,
three? Yeah,
the
yeah.
LX, the one that you've seen a few
Yep,
times,
yep.
his car used to have 22s. So
20.
they were already cleared for 22s, the fenders. But he ended up taking them off because these cars are notorious. The transmission struggles to get the car
Sure.
moving with the bigger rims.
Okay.
So he ended up putting the stock 17s, the LX wheels back on it.
Dang.
And we all know LX rims, expensive as shit and hard to find because
True.
nobody wants to sell them. And he's one of those guys because he's already the last meet. The other Crown Vic that showed up that was about the same color as his car.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wants to try and buy those wheels, and that's a popular wheel because the
Yeah.
LX wheels are nice.
I don't
Like,
even think I know exactly what your LX wheels.
let me see if I can.
I might go jump on Instagram really quick.
Yeah, I mean,
He has them. Does he have photos of them on his page right now?
he just recently posted on. If you look on his story, you can see he did like a post of the car. Crazy Vic 03. Like he did a nighttime post of it. You can kind of see what kind of rims they are.
Okay.
But I think it's like because you know how they have the LX and they have the LX Sport.
Yeah.
I think they're different types of rims
Oh,
on each
those
one. Yeah,
ones. Yeah, I know.
yeah, those wheels.
Those are sick.
Yeah, and most of the time when you see them,
Those
the
are nice.
center caps are always missing.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
so
very true.
he has all four of them. All four center caps, and the wheels are nice. Like,
Yeah, this looks really clean too.
yeah, his car is clean.
It looks
There's a
clean.
lot of like
The wheels and the tires look really clean.
when I first announced the meets, the first guy I met here locally, it mentioned the meet to him. He owns a tire shop here on the island
Okay.
in an area called Pearl City.
Yep.
He's the one I was telling you about. He had the '03 Marauder with like no miles on the car because he doesn't drive it.
Yeah.
So it's a black Marauder, 35,000 original miles. The car is perfect, super nice, clean car, and
35,000 on a
he
Merc.
don't drive it.
That's
Like the
crazy.
only time he drove it was the time I invited him to the meet. Other than that, it's always parked on his alignment rack in his shop. He doesn't drive the car.
You might as well give it to you. You'll drive it.
I already told him, hey, you ever decide to sell him because I know your wife, because he tells me stories about his wife telling him to get rid of the car because he doesn't drive it.
Man, you better be the first person he
I
calls.
told him, call me first, man. I want to be the guy to buy that car
I
because
feel that
it's
because
nice, man.
35,000 on a Marauder, that's nothing.
Especially like to find one here
Yes,
with that kind of miles.
that's crazy because it doesn't snow there, so you can drive that year round with
Oh
no
yeah, all
problem.
the time. So that's why like a lot of them have decently high miles out here.
That's
And there's a pretty decent amount of marauders
hmm
on the island. It's just they're all hiding, so you don't ever really see them.
yeah. But I feel like you're gonna find them, especially with the Panthers of Hawaii platform you guys got going on. So
That's my goal, is to try and wake up the community out here and try to get those guys to start bringing their cars out. You know,
yeah, that was kind of the next question I had for you, for people who aren't familiar. You said a lot already, but like, what does a Panther seem like in Hawaii?
right now it's kind of like there are guys that do customize them, you
Yeah.
know, and make them their own.
Yep.
But a lot of those guys, they don't really come out. You
Okay.
kind of have to like
Drag them out.
almost pretty much. It's like you got to put out, like treats. You're like kind of baiting it,
True.
kind of just to get them to come out. Because a lot of them you don't even know they exist. Like there were certain cars popping up at meets that I was like, wow, I didn't even know that guy had that here. And there was a Crown Vic LX Sport that I told you about. The owner of the car, his name is Kalani.
Okay.
Beautiful car. He did all kinds of stuff down to gearing in the rear end, full custom exhaust with long tube headers,
Dang.
super clean car, nice audio system and all. And that thing moves. Like he did a little sample for us at one of the meets one night,
Yeah.
and wow, that thing squats so hard and the front end almost wants to come off the ground when he takes off.
That's crazy.
And it's nice,
He needs to bring
super
that
clean
to
car.
a drag strip or something like that. That would be crazy.
Oh, he drives the car hard. Like, bruh, you could tell he built the car to make the power, and he's not driving it like, normal old man just driving an old Crown Vic. No, he drives it
Yeah.
hard.
Puts his
Like,
pedal. He puts the pedal to the metal, pedal to the floor.
oh, that thing is super, like, and then, occasionally we have like here and there military guys will pop up because military guys buy those things out here for cheap just to get a car.
Just yeah, true. But they don't
Um,
realize what they're actually driving.
yeah, that's the thing. I've actually had a guy show up, a white police interceptor, a little bit newer than the one we have. He shows up, he's like, oh yeah, the car didn't have a back seat because when they sell those cars, normally the back seat's not in them
Really?
because they take it like here in
Ah,
Hawaii,
true,
they
true,
take the back seat out, and the back doors, they can't open from the inside.
true.
So what he did, and I thought it was the weirdest thing ever, but he had to find a way to get a back seat in the car. He took a Ford, I think it was like a Ford Focus or an ST Ford, whatever it is, and took that back seat out of a wagon and stuck it in the Crown Vic.
That's crazy.
So he put the smallest seats you could find in the back of a Crown Vic. And it was kind of funny because little tiny seat, big back half of a car, and it's like, hey, he made it work.
Yeah.
But when he saw our Crown Vic, he just started asking all these questions. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could do this. I didn't know there was a secret trick about doing this with a certain wire to get the trunk to work when the key's not in the ignition. It's just like, these are all things that a lot of us Panther owners,
Yeah.
especially if you own a police interceptor,
Okay.
these things.
True. True. Yeah. See, I've never owned one, and I haven't driven
Yeah,
one.
there's this trick, and I'm sure other police interceptor owners will know exactly what I'm talking about. So on the dashboard, there's that button in the center for the trunk of the on the dash, right? You got the
Yeah.
radio, then you have a random little button in the middle,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then you have the AC controls.
Okay.
Behind that button, there's two different plugs. One of them is so the trunk will not open unless the car is in accessory mode.
Okay.
The other one is it will open whenever you push the button, no matter what.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know why Ford did that, but they did. So
There's two
I ended up,
wires, one button though.
yeah, there's two different plugs, which you could pick which one you want to use.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want the trunk to not open when the ignition isn't on,
Yeah.
then you use that wire. But if you want it to open at any given time, whenever you want it to, by pushing that button, you switch it to the
The other
opposite
button.
wire.
That's
It's so
crazy.
weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other little things too, like certain panels on the dash where there's certain wires that you could use for cruise control button or traction control button
Yeah.
or a pedal adjustment button.
I didn't even know
Which,
that was a thing.
yeah, a lot of the police interceptors have those options.
Yeah.
It's just on the dash, depending on what department ordered the car, that those buttons normally in ours one, those buttons aren't there. We don't have a traction control button or the pedal adjustment button. But
So
the
you,
car has the option to have a pedal adjustment and traction control because it has those plugs behind that panel. It's just
yeah.
I don't have the panel with the buttons on it.
See, that's kind of weird, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess it was just like they wanted to certain departments like to order the car as cheap as possible. I guess so.
True.
They take those panels out, but they leave the plugs, which is
Yeah.
kind of weird.
That is weird.
But
That's
it makes it easy
weird.
for us guys when we want to customize them.
True. True. Because
We
now you
just
know
go and
it's
buy
there.
a different panel. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. That's really cool. So yeah, I had another question for you. I think I know it off the top of my head, but I just want to check my notes really quick. Um, oh, out of your two builds, if you had to pick one to take on a road trip, if both of them were how you wanted them, which one would you take?
Truthfully, because my car, my Grand Marquis, that's my pride and joy. That's my baby
Sure,
right there.
sure. You got some
I
stories
sorry,
with that
I
car.
sorry, but that car, you're gonna have to sit this one out, buddy. The
Oh
Crown
man,
Vic gotta take it,
oh man, really?
cause the Crown Vic can take a lot more abuse than my
Yeah,
Grand
yeah,
Marquis can. So
true,
it's like
true, true,
that
true.
car can handle it.
Yeah, the marquee might not be able to handle it.
The Grand Marquis is just slow and slow, but it ain't gonna be like that for much longer.
True, true. So like,
I'm I gotta have high horsepower type of build.
do you have like a set date, or are you just kind of like going with the flow when it comes to the village and stuff like that?
Kind of just going with the flow because I know the Crown Vic still gotta get a full paint job,
Okay.
and then we plan on doing a full black interior because it has that ugly dark blue.
On the Vic, right?
Yeah,
I actually think I remember you telling me about you painting the Merc, but you haven't got. You was gonna do it yourself, right?
yeah, I want to do it myself. It's just I still gotta get the color because I have to get the right paint code for it
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
want to use.
yep.
So that one, and also I'm still trying to find a Lincoln Town Car, like a mid 2000s Town Car interior, the black leather interior,
Oh man,
because I could bolt that right into my Grand Marquis and just make everything else black.
that would be sick. That would
Yeah,
be sick because when I went to Philly and I got to meet on Never Ending Car Project,
yeah,
um, his Vic build had town car seats and it was
yeah.
pretty
I
sick.
seen that.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I was
That's
like,
sick.
man, that's crazy. It
I
even
wanted to do that on mine, but my other half, she don't like leather, so she's like,
uh
"Can't we just change the color of the current interior?" I was like, "We can. It's just a lot more work."
true. Unless you put
So
leather in the car and just make the passenger seat cloth or something.
it,
Something different.
it might have to go that way, but you know, I don't know. Just to me, the don't get me wrong, the inside of the Vic is super clean and nice.
I believe that.
You know,
Yeah,
me being a detailer, I had to make it look even better.
true, true.
So,
Is that a passion? Is that a passion of yours? You would say detailing
oh yeah,
cars, or
it kind of just started as like a hobby. I would do it for like family here and there,
mm-hmm.
and then when COVID hit, and then I met my other half that I'm with now
Yeah, yeah.
about like kind of mid COVID, I would say. And I always talk about, I like doing this. I like to clean cars and da da da. Because then she goes, and I always said I wanted to start my own business. She goes,
Mm-hmm.
why don't you just do it? She kind of just convinced me to just take that chance. And then I
Yeah.
did, and
Sometimes
now
you have to do
here
that.
I am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's freaking
yeah.
awesome.
I have a passion for it. I mean, You look at the Crown Vic, and that car is never dirty.
Yeah,
I wipe it down all the time.
I was on your page and I was like, man, because that the last photo you posted was of you and I think it's Crazy O three. Is that's his name? Crazy Vic O
Yeah,
three. In that picture, man, both cars are clean. Like, especially yours, because yours is in front, so I can see it a little bit better.
yeah.
Um,
I keep that car clean all the time. I mean, I went as far as even the whole underneath of the car was fully cleaned up.
yeah, that thing is sick, man. Do you have a sound system in? And I like
Yeah, right now it's gonna get louder because you can never be loud enough.
yeah, and I listen to my music on blast, so
So right now the car currently has a doubled in touchscreen,
yep,
it's dual or whatever it's called, that brand. Because
yeah,
that's
that
the
brand.
only doubled in that you could fit in that car without having to cut things.
See, I didn't know
So
that. I'm glad you told me that.
because I didn't
So,
want to have to cut the EC vents on the top part of the dash to clear a big doubled in. So I went and bought the smaller one.
so
Yeah.
dual is the best brand to use.
I use that one because they make the one that's they have other brands, but I found that one because it has the backing. It's shallow. It's not big and deep like the other ones,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that clears
Those
no
bulky
problem.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah, so it clears no problem. So I have that, and the front doors there are 6x8 scars,
Dang.
and then in the rear is the same thing by the back window,
Yeah.
and then there's a 12-inch JBL sub in the trunk in a ported box.
Yeah. So you be bumping.
It's pretty loud for the setup that it is, but I know I can make it louder. So that's kind of the next thing I want to do is try to see if I can make it louder.
That'll be sick. Sound systems are important because if you're like me, I drive my music on blast, even if
Oh,
I'm
I do all the
inside.
time.
Dude, I can't drive
My
without
other
it.
half can hear me coming to come pick her up from work.
That's how it should be. It's either an exhaust or your sound system, if not both.
That's the next thing on the list once we find the time is to do a secondary cat delete and mufflers
That'd be crazy.
on the Crown Vic.
On the Vic, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now, and I like the Panthers of Hawaii license plate, man. I might actually need one.
I've been rocking that thing for a
I
while.
might, I might need one because I wear this T-shirt like all the time.
Yeah.
I got two of them. I wear it all the time. I wear them all the time. Like,
I wear mine pretty like if we go to a meet, I'll either wear the Panthers of Hawaii or I'll rock the Panther Mafia,
yeah, yeah. I haven't
the
worn that one
custom
in a
shirt that
while.
Manny made for me
Yeah,
that has Oahu on it. Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, I have a T-shirt from him and a hoodie. Kind of
Yeah,
want.
same here. I have a t-shirt and a hoodie, and my other half also has a t-shirt.
That's awesome. Yeah, those hoodies are nice. Mad shout out to
Oh
Mad
yeah.
Films. Mad
I
Films,
love the
Panther
hoodie. I
Mafia.
still use it to I live Hawaii, so hoodie weather doesn't happen a whole lot,
But when it does, you take advantage.
but when it does, yeah, I do. Like the most of like I really only wear jackets in the wintertime here.
Yeah.
The rest of the year, I don't need it.
Yeah, that hoodie got me through the winter because I had a work jacket because I work outside
Yeah,
and I just put that hoodie on underneath the jacket and I was fine. So
I like the hoodie. I mean, I've had it for a while. I think like about 2.5 years roughly, maybe a
dang,
little bit longer than that. I've had the
that's
hoodie,
yeah.
and I don't know what it is, but I refuse to fold the shirts and the hoodie because I don't want to ruin the logo.
Yeah, I've been the
So I
logo.
hung. Those are the only shirts that I have hung up.
That's awesome.
I have it hung up with the. Remember when you first did that T-shirt, the white T-shirt?
Yeah, the first one with the old
Yeah,
logo.
I have it hung up with that shirt,
Oh, that's
so it
freaking awesome.
stays nice.
That's sick. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I treat that the Panther Mafia merch very delicately.
same.
I wash it differently. I put it away from the other clothes.
And me, like I wear nothing but black.
Me too. I try. Yeah, I usually
So it's
wear
like it's
all
not
black.
too hard to wash my clothes because it's like everything's the same color.
True, true. That's a good color to wear though.
Yeah,
A solid color. I kind of want to upgrade the Panther Mafia merch. I want to get another T-shirt. I'm not sure what they're doing right now with orders and stuff. You
Yeah.
know those guys that they're busy over there at Panther Mafia, Mad Films.
Yeah, I actually just ordered some stuff from him, which I should be getting shortly. I had to make some more stickers for me, and I ended up
Nice.
getting a lanyard from him. So yeah,
Dang, that's
I
awesome,
really like I like the his merch that he comes over with, the designs,
dude.
all that stuff.
They got some good quality stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like this night, I have the night light here behind me. I don't
I
know if
actually
you
have
see
that
it.
too. It's right here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
sleep with it on sometimes and
yeah.
stuff. It's like really cool. Yeah, yeah.
When
So
he first released that, I was like, I have to have it.
yeah,
And I
me too.
ordered it right away because he
Me
said it was like
too.
limited, yeah, because he wasn't gonna do it again.
That was like
I
last
was like,
summer, I think.
yeah. As soon
Yeah,
as he had that, I gotta have it because I know it's not gonna come back.
because I remember I bought the T-shirt and I bought the hoodie, and I'm like, I'm untouchable. And then like I seen the nightlight, and I'm like, no way.
No, like it started because I still have it on the back window of the Grand Marquis. The first big circle logo
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
bought from him is still on the card. Then I had to make another one. So I have so many stickers from him. It's crazy. And then I bought the mask that he came out with when COVID
Oh
was like
yeah,
huge. I
yeah.
have that
You took a picture with that mask on, I think, with the
a
old
while
Magic
back.
Game
Yeah.
T-shirt. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. So I have that. I have the t-shirt and the hoodie.
Dang.
And now I'm gonna have more stickers and a lanyard to go with the hoodie and the shirt.
A lanyard doesn't sound bad because I don't even know what I have my keys on right now.
I have the keys for the Crown Vic are on a chemical guys lanyard for the where I work, detail garage.
Yeah,
So I have that right now. But that ain't gonna stay on that key for very long.
yeah.
As soon as I get the Panther Mafia
The
lanyard,
keys are
swapping
going
them
right
out.
on there. Yep. I would do the same exact thing. Yeah, Mad Vic and Gabby, they do great work. They're actually on
Yeah,
the
I like their
cover of.
stuff.
They're actually going to be on the cover of 17.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's going to be sick.
I'm still trying to figure out like because I know Crazy
21.
Vic 03,
Yeah,
he wants to be a part of the cover for 21.
yeah, that's going to be.
So we're trying to find a nice location
Well,
where we can have both cars.
that location that you sent me,
The road, yeah,
the road with the palm trees.
yeah,
I think both Vics on that. I mean, both Panthers on that road would be nasty for a cover. Like,
yeah. And it's pretty obvious it's Hawaii because of the
yeah,
mountain range in the background and all that stuff.
that
So it's
would
like,
be
yeah,
monumental. That would be sick.
yeah.
That
So
would definitely be sick.
I found a guy that can help us do the photo shoot. So we're
Nice.
gonna get that all figured out within the next few months. Hopefully, get it all situated.
I can like cover the all the meets you've been having and
Yeah,
pretty much what we talked about here on the podcast. I can put in the magazine also. So
yeah,
that would be
yeah.
really sick.
Like that's the one thing that I still kind of I guess I could say I struggle with it a little bit.
Yep.
Getting more people to the meets. I live on an island, and this is a car community, like the Panther community
Yeah.
that you don't really know exists here on the islands because nobody really. The most I've seen as far as Panthers
Hmm.
is like the lowrider guys, like the lowriders that are around here.
True.
Like I think I sent you this past week. We had a customer that came in with his Lincoln Town car, early '90s town car,
I
lowrider.
think I
He
seen
showed
that.
up. Yeah, it was a silver car, super
Um,
clean, low miles, nice lowrider.
so it's
With
like the lowrider scene because lowriders are like big everywhere. Like
lowriders are big here, and as far as Panthers go, I think there are more Panthers in the lowrider scene in Hawaii.
really,
Yeah. So I'm trying to reach out to them, try to get them to come out.
I see it. I see what you're saying.
Which I actually ended up reaching out to a customer of mine that came to my work, the one that brought that car.
I see it right now. I'm looking
Trying
at
to
it.
get him, yeah, I'm trying to get him to bring his car and some of his friends that have the same car to the meet.
Man, that's all you got to do. Especially if you drive a lowrider. I mean, if he's seen at any type of car show or car
Oh
meet,
yeah,
people gonna talk about it. So
yeah. So
I
we're
think that
gonna do another one, but after this one, we're gonna try something new and try to do a 2 day in a row. meet.
That's smart. Same
I want
location.
to see how that same location, but I want to try and see what it would take to get like vendors and stuff, just to
True.
draw more eyes in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
we're trying to work the details out on that. See what happens.
I feel like, cause didn't you say you did like a taco truck one day? I remember I told you I wanted tacos
So
because you was talking about it one day.
so the taco truck that was at my work, the taco truck,
Okay.
and I actually ended up talking a little bit with some of the people who do the vendors. Like
Smart.
whenever we
Smart.
have what's called rides and coffee,
Yeah.
I'll kind of be like, you guys should try to talk to them. Maybe I can get them to come to one of my meets.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do the same thing, dude.
Hey, I gotta
All you do
hustle,
is,
It's like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, whatever. But I'm trying to see what I can do to kind of grow it.
yeah,
It's a slow process, but it's getting there.
yeah, yeah. I
But
mean, you're just starting out, and what if you only had like 2 or 3 meets?
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
I was
still,
surprised at the turnout that I even had the first time. I was like, wow, I did not expect 5 cars to show up.
yeah, that's kind
That's
of a
cool.
lot for your first meet. Like
Yeah,
that's a lot of cars.
it was
So
crazy, and I was like, wow, okay, this is cool. Now I'm kind of trying to switch things up. I've been talking with Crazy Vic 03. Kind of
yep,
has been giving me some advice
yeah, yeah,
on what we should do. So we're thinking of doing it more often.
true.
So we're trying to do it,
Maybe an every weekend type of thing,
yeah,
or
like
a
either
couple
every
weekends a
other
month.
weekend
Yeah,
or
yeah,
so we're gonna try not this coming weekend, but the beginning of next month, I guess you could say, another 1 day meet on a Saturday,
yep.
and then we're gonna see how that goes, and then from there we're probably gonna try to do a 2 day in a row, so like a Friday and Saturday, and
That'll be
see
that'll be sick. I think a
see
two
what we
day.
can do with that.
I think that'll be great because you never know. You might have 5 cars pull up on Friday, then they tell some people, and then you might have 10 on Saturday.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think
I know the word's getting around because I've been noticing people be like, "Oh yeah, I saw you posted on Facebook," because I post on like Facebook groups. Like there's Hawaii car scene Facebook group.
yeah, yeah,
I post on there, and I noticed a lot of the guys who do come are like, "Yeah, I seen it on Facebook group," and I'm like, "Okay, it's obviously working. It's getting out.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just like I gotta keep doing it more, so
Yeah,
it starts to get out to more people."
I think even like printing out flyers maybe and just
Oh
literally
yeah, I thought
putting them
about
on
doing that too.
windshields or
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, we have the means to do that. I mean, that's what we do as
True,
one of our
true.
side businesses, make stuff. So
How's
making
how's that stuff
flyers.
going?
It's going like right now. I'm just trying to focus on my detailing, and my other
True.
half, she's doing like I don't know if you're familiar with BTS, the Korean boy. It's like the Korean version of the Backstreet Boys.
If I see it, I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're like really
So
big.
she
So
makes merch for like based on them because the BTS community in Hawaii is ridiculous.
I know exactly who BTS is now. That's crazy.
The amount of
I, f-
people that like them
I
here in
forgot about
Hawaii,
those guys.
yeah. So the amount of people that like them here in Hawaii is insane. Like they'll do like a pop-up shop type thing where you can have the vendors will be there. So she'll go to an event and make like, you know, couple thousand maybe if she's lucky.
Dang,
And it's just them buying, oh, that's a cool sticker. And then we try to make it kind of Hawaii themed. So it's like
that's
one of a
smart.
kind type
That's
thing. So,
smart, dude. Oh my goodness,
huh?
that is really smart.
Yeah. So, yeah. So she's been doing that. And like, um, she's the one, like, occasionally you see me post some of her stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Blooming Bee shop, that's her.
Blooming Bee Shop. I'm not sure if I'm following it. I think
The
so.
Instagram, you could see it on, like, if you go to her main Instagram, which you'll see that she also has it in the bio
I'm
for
gonna
business in Instagram.
go right now and I'm gonna follow that page. Blooming Bee Shop. Oh, I'm following it already. Cool.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Nice.
I think I might have just. That's just my natural instinct is just to follow people.
Yeah,
So
I've been noticing, like, you know, obviously you noticed it too. Even Manny noticed it. I've been a lot more active on
yeah,
Instagram.
because I think when we first met, you wasn't really posting that much and stuff like that. But you was
Yeah,
commenting and liking and sharing, but you wasn't posting that much
yeah.
yourself. So I definitely noticed that.
I've been a lot more active, and like I've noticed because of me being more active, especially in the Panther community side of things,
Hmm.
my following is just growing more and more every day. I get on average like maybe 6 or 7, maybe new followers a day.
That's good
And I'm like,
stuff.
whoa, okay, where'd this come from?
Yeah, that's
And
one
it's
thing I
all
learned.
guys from the Panther community.
That's one thing I learned is just like posting. It seems like kind of annoying, but like people do
It's
want to
the
see that stuff, especially in the Panther community. So
oh yeah,
the more you
oh
like
yeah,
post and engage, you'll definitely gain followers and stuff, which will probably help your brand too.
yeah.
If you
So
get
that's
that
why
way.
I've been more active. I try to post what I can. Like,
Definitely.
you know, I'll even do the once in a while. Wherever we go, I'll take a quick photo of the Vic and post that up.
That's smart. Because you do have good content on here. I love the video of you coming down the street.
Yeah, that was like kind of a spur of the moment type of thing. I just called my other half because I was on my way to go pick her up from work. I said, "Hey, record me coming around the corner."
That's the kind of
It
stuff I
worked
would
out.
do. Yeah,
It worked out though.
that's the kind of stuff you have to do, man.
Yeah.
Especially, and then you get it. Then you do the exhaust system over, and you can have her do it again.
Oh yeah, I plan on doing that.
Yeah,
Make some noise.
your page is sick, man.
It's getting there. It's growing. I want
Definitely.
to really get it out there. I know that a lot of like big local companies like there's this one brand called Uncivilized. I'm sure you've seen. I tag them sometimes and insert some of my meat posts that I post up.
Yeah, the name sounds really familiar. Actually,
Uncivilized Nation is the Instagram.
let me check it out.
They're a local brand, like a clothing brand here in Hawaii, and I'll tag them, and they actually end up reposting for a lot of the meats. So it's like I'm trying to reach out to local businesses that I know have a good following
True.
to get my name out there a little bit more.
You should invite them to the meets, maybe.
Yeah. I
Even if
thought
they don't
about
drive,
doing
even if they don't drive Panthers, like, hey, we have some beers and some chips here. Just come hang out with us.
like a barbecue style meat.
Yeah, that'll be
Bring your
sick.
car, I don't care what you drive type of thing.
That's how it starts. Probably that's probably gonna how it's gonna have to start.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought about, you know, it's cool to do Panther meats, but you know, it's an island, so there's not a whole lot of us out here that
exactly.
are aware of the fact that there are meats.
Hmm.
So I think if I try to do just an all car meet and fill
Yep.
up that parking lot, you know, then maybe other Panther owners will be like, oh wow, hey, this guy drives a Crown Vic. Maybe I have to come out.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of
Yeah,
how I was thinking about doing it here because I wanted to do a Panther car meet here, but the
yeah.
Panther scene in this state doesn't really exist. So I'm
That's
thinking just put together a universal car meet, just have everyone come together and just spread the word about Panthers that way.
so. You know, like California. Oh, they got it easy. They're
Yeah,
everywhere.
they're chilling. Yeah, they can
But
just like hang out without
you
even
know, like
posting or anything.
once in a while, I'll talk with you know, Slick Vic 415.
Yep, yep.
He's from here.
He's from Hawaii.
He lived out here at one point.
That's crazy.
Yeah, not everyone knows, but he told me, and you know, we talk about things.
That's a
He
cool
talks
dude.
about certain spots that I'm aware of that I go and hang on at, a beach that I go to or whatever. You know, like we have a bunch of popular spots that all us local people know about, and
Dang,
it's just like, oh yeah, I remember there. I'll send him like a video of a certain spot, and he'd be like, oh yeah, yeah. You
that's
know, like,
different. That's really cool. He was making custom grills at one point,
yeah, I know.
if
I
I'm not
mean,
mistaken.
honestly, there was one that he just had put on his black car. You've seen it. It has like an actual panther like silhouette, like
I
the
think I
head.
reposted that on my page. I think.
That is the craziest grill I've ever seen. I'm like, I didn't even know those existed.
Oh yeah, that thing is sick. It's
I'm
like a
like,
Thundercats or a
yeah,
Mercury
this like
Cougar
I don't know how he found it, but I want to try and find one because that's cool.
or how he even did it. It's like
I
he
don't know if
ironed it
he.
on there or something.
It's so
Or
like it's
welded
nice.
it.
It's like I've never seen that grill ever.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
When he came out with that thing, I was like, what in the
And the headlight is pretty sick too.
yeah. Yeah, he I think he tinted them himself recently. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I've tinted cars before, but I don't know if I can try and tint a headlight without ruining it. That
yeah,
sounds scary to me.
yeah. I was gonna
Like
say
I've done,
I'd be scared to do something like that.
I've done. Obviously, I did my own car audio. I fixed a lot of the things on the engine myself because I can
Mhm.
handle all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to like
That bug.
handling something fragile that can get easily messed up and you see it,
Yeah,
mm,
like
and I've never tinted headlights before, so it's like,
for
oh,
you that would bother you because you're a
oh
car guy.
yeah,
But people who aren't in the cars are like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't care. It's just there. It's like, it'll drive me
Nah,
nuts. That's
some
why the Crown Vic, like little things drive me crazy. Like even faded, like corner lights that have yellowing.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way because on my Mercs, just even having a center cap missing, man,
That would drive me
yeah,
nuts.
it drives me crazy. So one time I lost a center cap. I don't know where it went. I just took all of them off. I'm not driving around with a
There you
missing.
go, even it out a little bit. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man.
Nah, but like it's crazy because the Crown Vic, it has the typical the corner lights are like yellow because of the sun and whatever
You talking about on yours or?
on the Crown Vic.
Yeah, I'm looking at it
Yeah,
right now. Okay.
the older pictures you can see that some of them were like you can see the headlights are kind of old and yellowy. But now the car currently has brand new corner lights and headlights and the tail lights,
Yeah,
all brand new.
I was gonna
Because
say the headlights and the corner lights look pretty fresh.
they're brand new because the fading was. I detailed, I buffed them out, try to get them all looking better.
Okay.
But the border where you can't get to the yellowing
Yeah,
was driving me nuts. So that's why I ended up buying brand new ones.
I don't blame you. It looks really good.
Oh yeah,
'Cause if
it
you
looks
didn't buy
way
new
better.
ones, yeah, it really makes the Vic stand out.
Yeah, even the grill that's on the car that's the one I got from you.
I
The
forgot about that thing.
yeah,
The one we was
I
like, I wasn't sure if it was gonna get there. It took forever to get
it
there.
took forever, but I got it. And then the same day when it got here, I think I had told you I ended up spray painting it gloss black and
Yeah,
put it on the car.
man, it looks good on there. Yeah, because I forget why I even got it. I went to the I don't even wasn't even driving a Vic, but for some reason I saw the grill and I took it. And I was like, I have
You
no
still had your
had the
that one that
arrow
you
at the
put the
time.
red door on it at one point,
Yeah,
I
the
think. Yeah.
'95 Merc. Yeah, I
Yeah.
freaking missed that car. But yeah, I actually just found a new Panther that I'm gonna be getting
Yeah, I saw
tomorrow.
your post.
Man, I can't wait for that.
All time, man. You should
I
drive
know,
around again.
for real.
Don't
And all
gotta
the
walk or anything.
and the story behind that, freaking, I seen this guy at the Taco Bell drive-through.
Yeah.
He was in the Vic, and I'm like, so I just walk up to him while he's waiting for his food, and I was like, this is a nice car. I told him about the magazine and stuff. And then I was like, and then I gave him like I think it was like issue 3 with Rambo on the cover.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I was like, man, hit me up on Instagram or something. And he was like, I will. This was like 2 months ago. Then he never hit me up, and I was like, whatever. Then I was on Marketplace yesterday or the day before, and I seen the Vic for sale, and it happened to be that guy.
That same car.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I remember you from KFC, and I'm like, oh shoot. And then we worked out a deal, so yeah, I'll be grabbing
Nice.
that. Yeah, so the Panther community is different, man. It's really
It
cool.
is. But I'm sure I'm not the only one that tells you, but I can't wait to see what you come out with.
Oh
And
man,
see what you plan on doing with the car.
I appreciate it. I can't wait. Man, it already has an exhaust, and it already
There you
has.
go.
I think it already
One less
has
thing you got to worry about.
exactly it has dual exhaust, and um it already has the dual screen inside. So all it really needs right now is like wheels. I feel like,
Put some
and
wheels on it,
probably
maybe.
some performance stuff, but cosmetic.
How's your guys' tint laws out there?
It's not that strict, but I feel like if they want to be assholes, they'll pull you over for it.
Yeah,
But I
it's
definitely
kind of
want.
the same here,
Yeah,
honestly.
because your car is
Like
pretty tinted.
that's only 35 on the VIC.
And is that legal there?
That's legal, but my other car
35 is not
is
bad. I might do 35.
the Grand Marquis is 5% limo
Really?
tint.
Dang. And that has to be illegal. No.
Yeah,
I,
the
f- I feel like I'm really in Hawaii talking to you. I'm just out here chilling in Hawaii.
hey man, one day you gotta come out here and
Yeah, I'm,
experience it. It's a
I'm gonna have to.
whole different story when you're actually here experiencing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, man, because I've always wanted to go there just like anybody else. But now I know people there as far as you, and we're into Panthers, so maybe I can
Yeah,
put my Vic over there and we can like drive around.
hey man, there's a
That-
lot of cool places we could drive to that have a nice view of the island.
That's sick. Yeah, I need to go to Hawaii, definitely.
Yeah, like I always tell myself, like, I even tell my other half this sometimes. You know, one day I want to go and check out the Bay Area. Maybe even link up with like, Slick Vic and Manny there.
That'll be
Hang out,
cool. That'll be really
actually get
cool.
to talk, in person.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's something that's really going on. Um, that's been going on a lot lately. A lot of people in the community are starting to meet up, and I think that's really cool. Like I got to meet Dale, who's shooting
It
the
is cool,
documentary,
yeah,
and all those other guys. So
because that's you think about it. That's really the only way the the Panther community can grow, and we can show other people that hey, we're here and we're here to stay.
yeah, exactly. I'm definitely here to stay too for a long time.
Like, back to the whole thing when I first got into Panthers.
Okay,
When I first got into Panthers, I didn't think that I would get this deep into it like I am
I
today.
feel you. I feel the same exact way.
But, in a lot of ways, I'm happy I did
True.
because if I didn't, I would have never known a lot of the guys I know today and would have never seen a lot of the builds that I've seen today.
Yeah, and you learn a lot from these
Oh, yeah.
guys.
You
A
learn so
lot.
much.
Because there's some guys I know everything about these cars, like literally everything. So
I've learned a lot from the Panther community because like occasionally I'll reach out. Like, there's something wrong with this part of the car, and I'm not really sure what to look at, and they'll know every little detail, and it's just like, oh wow, okay, I'll try that out, and it ends up working.
just like when somebody hits me up and they're like, "Oh, this is wrong with my car. Do you know what it is?" I'm like, "I don't," but I'll make a post and I'll make a post and everybody's telling them what it is. And I'm like, "Wow, you guys really know a lot about these freaking cars, and it's cool."
Yeah, and like let's be honest, in every different part of the car community, whatever car you might drive, there's always going to be that one group of people that's like, well, I don't know you, I don't want to help you, but my goal is to hopefully kind of wean those guys out because they're not good for the community,
Yeah,
and
it's a cancer. You don't really want those type of people around.
and we all know where this conversation is going.
Yeah.
The other cancer that none of us like, and I'm
Oh
having to
man,
deal with one of them here on the islands, and it
you told me
sucks.
about it. Yeah, you told me
Hmm.
about it.
Like,
You see him often?
oh, I saw him twice already. He drives past my work going home.
That's crazy.
The only thing he got going for that car is the sound system. It's loud and it sounds good, but you're still driving around with strobe lights in your window, and I'm not having it.
Damn. He does he use them?
At car, like he goes to a car cruise, he'll
Yeah.
run them. He has them on, and he even has that stupid noise, the siren noises.
Yeah, yeah.
in the car and in the with the PA system.
True.
Why? Like
Especially in Hawaii. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
there
I'd never put lights on my, if I had one, because I was gonna buy a police inceptor, and I'm like, my
no,
thing
that's like
is,
when we got the Crown Vic, it still had like remnants of like what it used to be
yeah,
used as an actual police car.
yep.
I got rid of like all the wiring that was still there from the lights
I would
that
have
was
cut
still in
all
the
of,
car.
I would have
I
cut
got
all
rid
of
of
it
all
out.
of that. All of the there's no wiring left from what the car used to be.
Yeah,
It's just your normal old Crown Vic that you know doesn't have some stupid strobe lights on it because that
yeah.
like I never
Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing to me.
it
Like I
is.
said on the first episode, like I follow them because they're still Panthers. If I see them, I follow it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I'm really a fan of it because personally, I would never do it. I would
Oh,
never put lights or use lights on my car, like if I had them.
I don't see a point in it. Now, there also is the other side of things. Like that person could actually work somewhere where he uses them.
Yeah, I know a
Then
few people
that
that's the situation. So
that's fine.
that's
That
different.
that that's acceptable. That
Yeah,
whatever.
like a security officer or something
Security
like that.
office and you're using them for work purposes only, not just on the street randomly.
True, true.
Then that makes sense. That's fine. Whatever.
Yep.
You do you. But driving around casually just for fun, having the lights is like, why?
Yeah, it's weird. It throws people off. Even people who aren't into Panthers probably look like, oh, it's kind of weird.
It is because it's like it doesn't make sense. Like you're clearly not a cop. Why? I mean, even if the car has white and amber
Hmm.
strobe lights, still, it's the fact that you even did that and
Yeah,
you're driving around thinking it's cool.
true, true.
Like, no, that's just
I have a funny story about that. When I bought my first Panther, the Blue 2000 Mercury Grand
yeah.
Marquis.
I think I've seen that one. I've
Yeah,
seen you post it a few times.
I think maybe a month or two after I bought it, I was driving it on the highway, and the first other Panther that I seen while driving my Panther, he had the lights that he wasn't using them, but he had a fake security, like a fake police officer uniform on. And
That
I'm
is
like,
so wow. That's
and
that's taking it to another level.
yeah, and that's when I first joined like Instagram and I followed Panther Mafia and I learned about all that stuff. And I'm like, dude, that stuff is actually real. There's really people out here that are like
Oh
that.
yeah. Like I never ever thought that we would have one of those out here. And we do. And the funny thing is when I first heard the term whacker, I'm thinking, what does he mean?
Yeah, that's what I
And
was
then
like,
when
what the heck is that?
because that's not a term like that's not a term you would hear in Hawaii ever. Like
You
the
wouldn't
way
hear it.
people talk out here in Hawaii, that's something you'd never hear a local person say.
I believe that. I believe that. You just walk up to somebody in Hawaii and be like, hey, I think you're a whacker. They'll probably look at you like, what are you
Well,
even talking about?
like honestly, I've never like I think I've briefly talked to this guy once, and that was long before he even decided to put those lights on the car.
Oh, so he
And
put them in there. They wasn't even in there at
they
first.
were never in the car. He put them there.
Dang.
So it's pretty obvious because it's like a huge light bar that stretches the whole length of the back window.
Damn.
And it's just like why? Like really?
That's
After
different.
that, like, you know, him as a person, I still have a little respect for the guy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a cool guy to talk to.
Yep.
But on the other side of things, I don't want to be seen near somebody that drives around a car like that and thinks it's cool.
Yeah, because it's not.
That's that's he's kind of the reason why I don't go to any of the local car meets here in Hawaii. Like the
True.
truck meets we have is because I don't want to be the only white Crown Vic other than his out there and he sees me and it becomes this big thing and I'm like I don't want to be seen by you or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
because given what I have so far in the Panther community, what everyone knows me for, what everyone sees on the Crown Vic.
Yep.
You don't see anything that resembles any type of flashing light.
Yeah,
on the
nothing at
car.
all. Nothing at all.
And I definitely don't want to be seen with somebody who has stuff like that.
I feel that.
Because I feel like that might hurt my reputation. Even if it's a small thing, it's still like I don't want to have that.
But not even that. I feel like you being in the parenting community and you know everything that goes on and all the terms and stuff, and seeing that you're trying to make it a big thing in Hawaii to have the one panther you do see around town is using lights. That's kind of like, all right, this is kind of weird and annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying, and it's just like, you know, he drives the car hard. He does burnouts with it and stuff, like whatever. But you don't need to have the lights and the siren.
Yeah, you
to
really
do burnouts. Like that's not necessary.
Turn the music up, especially if you have a system.
Yeah, if you have a system, play loud music and do burnouts. I'm all for that. But the lights, no.
So I feel like next time he drives by your job, you should talk to him.
I want to.
Just
and
talk
you
to
know,
him like, man, I'm trying to do something big with this Panthers of Hawaii meet. Maybe have you ever thought about like just taking your lights out and just like doing things normally?
I want to, like, you know, so at some point, you got to understand that having those lights in your car,
Yep.
you're not going to impress anybody,
True.
let alone the fact that you're literally like asking for the wrong attention from the police. And it's just like, I'm not trying to have that.
Yeah, true. You don't want that around you. So I understand that.
So that's kind of why, like, every time I have a meet, there's a small part of me that's saying, I really hope he doesn't show up.
If he does, man, you just gotta have that conversation.
But yeah, you know, there's no, I have to. It's just like I gotta tell him how it is. It's just like, you know, the Panther community. There's a lot of us that we have a passion for these cars.
Yeah.
But rolling around with lights, that hurts not only you, but the rest of us.
Yeah, true. Because like all the cars that are behind you, like none of those cars have lights, and look how cool they are.
Yeah, and it's just like, do you want to be known as the guy who's driving around an old cop car with strobe lights? No.
True.
I wouldn't want to be known as that guy. I want to be known as the guy that, oh, look at what he did to his Panther. I didn't know you could do that.
For real. Look at his wheels. Look at the new headlights and sound system.
And that's what I want to be known for. Doing things to these cars that you do not ever see. Like,
true.
You know, of course, there's going to be people saying like, oh yeah, but this guy did the same thing you did. It's just like every other car community.
Yeah.
But
every build is still different in its own way.
There's always going to be a difference.
Yeah.
That's why I don't. Like, you know, I've already had a few people be like, why do you have that car? And I tell them straight, I said, you know, I want to be different. I don't want to be like everybody else.
Yeah.
Like here in Hawaii,
a lot of people don't get Panthers that aren't into cars. They're like, why? Like every time I buy one, people always like, why are you driving that grandpa car? And I'm like,
yeah, that's what I get the same reactions to. It's like, why do you drive a grandpa car? And I'm like,
just don't get it.
Yeah, you don't get it. I could explain it to you all day long, and you probably still won't get it.
Yeah, like these are nice Ford. These are probably one of the best cars Ford made, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to agree on that one. That's why it's like, you know, in Hawaii, the biggest thing, and I'm not even joking, I could walk 100 feet and see like 6 different Toyota Tacomas in one spot.
I believe it.
The Toyota Tacoma is the most popular truck in Hawaii. I'm not even joking. On every island, it's just Tacomas are everywhere.
It looks like a Hawaiian truck. Now I think about it. It's like sporty. It's not like an F-150, and it's not like a Silverado, but it's like
yeah. But it's crazy because all the local people like them. They love them. My father-in-law, he's a Toyota guy. He loves his Toyotas, so he has a 4Runner and a Tacoma. that they
Forerunners
drive
aren't
every
bad.
day.
I like the Forerunners are okay, but I
Yeah.
mean, I'd much rather drive a Panther than anything else, though. Truthfully,
And the crazy thing is, I'm only 6 foot tall,
that's
but
pretty tall, bro.
I've noticed that the space that I have in the Crown Vic versus the
Any other
Tacoma,
car,
bruh, I can barely fit in a Tacoma. My head touches the ceiling. I'm chilling in the Panther. I'm like, I
yeah,
got all this room.
I'm pretty tall too. I'm 6'3", and it's like sitting in a Panther. I'm like, dude, I have a lot of room in here. And
Yeah,
I get in any other car, and they're like, oh, look at this new car, and I'm like, it looks nice, but
it's so small.
there's no room in there.
That's why, like the
Yeah.
Tacomas, they're so small. It's a truck, but it's so small. It's just like, why is it? Why? Like,
So majority of the truck is probably just the bed space.
pretty much. I mean, and really, all they're good for is like small loads because of the way they're designed. They cannot heavy like a heavy load. Good luck. That ain't happening.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And it's
So
like,
what other cars are like pretty popular in Hawaii?
you got the Tacoma. There's also the Forerunners are popular too,
Yeah,
like super popular. And then I think another one that I see a lot is the Charger.
I was gonna say that too. I kind of feel like there's probably a lot of Chargers. You see a lot
Mm-hmm.
of like Hellcats there too, stuff. Challengers.
Yeah, decent amount of like we have a neighbor who has a Hellcat, but if I'm being honest, he don't drive the car like it's meant to be driven. He
And
kind of
those
babies it.
and those things don't even have that much space in it either.
Well, they're so small. I've actually sat in a Hellcat before. I'm like,
Yeah,
all this power, but you're practically sitting in a shoebox.
yeah, that thing is.
And
It's pretty much just the body that's big. The inside is not
it's
that big.
it's so small inside,
Yeah.
and it's like it makes a lot of power, but it weighs the same as a Panther, which makes no sense to me.
Then you sit in the front seat of a Panther that has bench seats. You can sit 3 people in the front,
Oh
four
yeah,
people in the
all day
back
long.
seat.
That's why it's like,
You could
why do
lay
you have?
down. You could lay down in the front, stretch your legs to the passenger seat door, especially
Oh,
us
I did.
tall
I do
guys.
that all the time in my grandma Kia. I used to do that all the time.
Yeah, me too. It's a
Like,
good
well,
way
I'm
to.
I'm tired. I'm gonna go sleep real quick. Just
That's a good way to
stretch out.
relax. Yep,
Yep.
the mobile living room.
Pretty much. I mean, that car is like. There's so many freaking wild memories I have with that car,
I believe it. I have some
and
memories
it's just
too.
like the craziest thing for that, and the reason why I have such an attachment to that car is I've done a lot of wild things, and like I've driven the car on the sand before at a beach.
What the Merc?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I've off-roaded the car a few times,
That's crazy too.
and they just don't care. It's like, oh, you want to go off-road? Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, they're just such strong cars. Like it's crazy. It's really
Oh yeah,
crazy.
it's wild the what you can put them through, and they're just like, okay, let's do it again.
And then you can just like repair it and then just mod it, and then
Oh yeah,
you could look at the car and be like, "You took that car off roading before?" And it's like, "Yeah, I did."
I've done it a few times with the Crown Vic down of like in the area called Pupukea. There's like this huge grass field that we go to for
Yeah,
New Year's.
yeah,
I took the car in that grass field, and mind you, it's pouring down rain and it's muddy.
yeah.
Drove in there and drove right back out with no problem.
That's crazy.
Out in the middle of a big grass field,
Wow,
and they don't care. You could drive them literally anywhere, and they'll take the abuse. They don't care.
that's crazy. And you said you had a story you wanted to share about the other half in the Vic.
Oh yeah, so
Funny story.
obviously I'm teaching her how to drive and stuff and all that,
Yeah,
which is a kind of a slow process because we're both busy.
true,
But
true,
once in a while, I'll try to get her to, you go move the car, you can move it,
true,
whatever. But she still has that nervousness. She doesn't
true,
want to hit something or ruin something.
true.
And being that the Crown Vic is pretty much her baby, she loves
Hmm.
that car.
That's a good thing.
She don't want to hurt it.
That's a good
And
thing.
we always like you know, I've had my car going on my Grand Marquis going on what, like 6 years now. I've had the car.
Wow.
Yeah, it's never left, and I don't. The car is never going
Just
anywhere.
keep it. No
Oh,
matter
I
what
plan on.
happens to it, man. Just freaking keep that car.
I love the car too much to, like I was saying earlier. I have so many memories and so many like things that car has gotten me through.
Yeah,
So that attachment is on another level,
true.
like to the point where whenever I'm talking to my other half about the car or someone in my family about the car, I don't refer to it as, oh, my Grand Marquis or my white car. The car has a name, and that's what everyone knows the car by.
What is the name?
So it's I call the car Edward.
Edward.
So that's what everyone knows my car by, Edward.
Okay.
That
Okay.
or it's Problem Child. That's where Problem Child came from, was
I
that
meant to
car.
ask you that too. Problem child, because that's what I call you. I call you problem child.
So that name was started because of that car. That car's like, if you look, I don't know if I have any clear pictures of it anymore. I might, but on my back door windows, on the windows that go up and down on the back doors,
Yep.
you see there's like a chrome sticker on the bottom that says Problem Child on both sides, on both doors.
We're gonna have to try to check it out right now. What like the that skinny window?
No, the bigger one, the one that rolls up and down on the back
Oh, with the
doors.
back.
On the bottom of it, you'll see it says Problem Child.
Yep. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, on both sides of the car, it's like that. And I've been driving the car like that for years with those stickers, and everyone knows the car in my neighborhood because of that.
That's crazy.
They know it's me because, oh, look, it has the Problem Child stickers on the side windows. That's definitely Brandon.
That's fire.
So that car kind of like everyone recognizes it based off of that, and that's where the Problem Child originated from. Was I gave the car that name because, let's be real, all us Panther owners, we go through a certain amount of things that
Oh
we have
my
to deal with these
gosh.
cars, but we still
Yeah.
love them.
We love them to death, but they give us headaches sometimes.
Yep. But like the car, I gave the car its name, and anytime I talk about it, I don't ever refer to the car other than that. I just say, oh, Edward, I need, like, even the Crown Vic has a name. We call the Crown Vic Mia.
Mia.
That's why, like, some of my posts, you'll see, I'll put like in the caption, Mia or whatever is looking good today, nice in this Hawaiian sun or whatever. In
Okay, that
certain
makes
captions.
sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So that's why, like, now people start to know, oh, that's why he says Mia in a lot of his posts. That's
Yeah,
because that's the car's name.
like
We
this
call the
post
car Mia.
the post I'm looking at now is you coming down the street, that video, and the caption's like Mia always looking fresh. So
Yep, yep,
I
yep.
kinda assumed that's what the car was called, but
Yeah, yeah.
that's
We
it.
call that one Mia, and then we always had this ongoing joke, like, you know, hey, everyone has a stubborn, hard-headed other half. We all do.
Yeah, we've all been there before,
I
shoot.
always have an ongoing joke, like, Mia's a lot like you. You guys are
Ah,
both hard-headed and always giving me headaches.
you're a smart man for saying stuff like that.
But hey,
Oh man.
no matter how much of a headache that car gives me, me and my other half, we both love that car. Like,
Dude, that's awesome.
there's a lot of memories in the Crown Vic already. We've only had the car for about a year and a half,
Yeah.
and we've created so many memories. Whether it's where someplace we went, or
Her learning how to drive it.
something we did to the car. Like, I still have the video, which I don't think she'll let me post it, of her driving the car, like an actual drive for the first time in a neighborhood.
Oh wow.
And it's like a good, like, 5 or 6 minute long video of me just recording her trying to drive, and I'm kind of just like commenting, like telling her what to do and stuff, and it's just like, it's funny.
That's still cool. That's a cool memory to have and keep though. Definitely
Oh
keep
yeah,
that video
I
for
still
sure.
have the video, and I don't ever plan on getting rid of it because
You
it's funny.
shouldn't.
It's like, that's her first time actually ever driving the car legitimately. And
Dang.
she's not a very big person. She's kind of small, very short.
Okay.
So it's like, the typical Panther driver's seat power doesn't work.
Oh man. That's
You know what I
crazy.
mean? So we're over there stacking pillows just so she could reach.
That's crazy. That's funny.
So
That's really
that's
funny.
one thing I still have to fix is the power seat on the driver's side,
That should be
just to get
pretty.
it to move back and forth.
That should be pretty easy though, right?
I gotta figure out how. I've never done that before, so I still gotta figure out exactly what's wrong and why it doesn't work. I don't know if it's the switch is bad
But
or
that's
the
a
motor
Vic.
is bad.
That's a Vic, not a Merc. Because I know on
Yeah,
a Merc you can just take that panel off, and I think just like take the plug out and probably put another one in. But
yeah.
I'm not sure. I
I
could.
thought about taking because the side of the seat has that plastic panel. I thought about
Yeah,
just
that's what I
taking
was.
it off and seeing what I could
Yeah,
figure out.
that's
You know, do
exactly what I
some.
was just talking about too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. You know, it's just it's all about timing. Like
Mhm.
if I have the time to take a look at it, because you know a lot of things it's like you got to take some time out of your day
Yeah,
to do certain things.
almost.
But
That's almost everything.
oh yeah, but
Mm.
I gotta keep pushing to try and make money every day because it's just making a living out here is not cheap.
Yeah, I could imagine, man. But you're making it happen, so you're
Oh,
making it look
I
easy.
got to, so I have to find different ways to make side money.
Yeah,
So
always,
and
always, man.
it works. I mean, whatever I try to do, like, don't get me wrong, you know, it's an island. There's a lot of auto detailing businesses
Hmm.
other than me. So just trying to get my name out there and try to get more clients is not an easy thing to do, but I'm still trying.
True.
And
That's all you can really do.
the
Just stick
only
with
thing
it.
that got going for me right now, as far as my detailing business, is I work for Detail Garage.
Okay,
So I get to promote myself while working there.
that's smart.
I promote my business while I work there. So I actually get to hand out business cards to certain customers
I
that,
would do
you
the
know,
same thing. Like, hey, if you ever need something like really quick, here's my card. Just call me. I can just come over and just.
that's it. That's what I've been doing. It
Yeah,
works. It works.
that's
But, you
smart.
know, my goal is to become bigger than what I have now. It's just I do detailing in a driveway, which, hey, is better than nothing at all,
Yeah, it's
right?
better than nothing.
But
Some people don't
my
have.
goal is to have the biggest auto detailing enclosed shop on the
Yeah,
island.
true. You
So,
can
you
do
know,
it. I believe it. I believe in it.
oh yeah, you
I
just got to
believe in
keep
it.
pushing.
Yep. Just
But
keep doing what you're doing. I feel like you'll give your business card to the right person one day, and
yeah,
things will change.
that's the hope. Like you just got to keep trying.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
like that's why like even at the meets I'll try to get my business like I'll try to promote it as much as I can. Just
Yeah,
give out
especially
business
with
cards and
especially
stuff.
with all those with all the different type of cars there and stuff. Like
Yeah,
everybody needs their car cleaned. So
yeah,
yeah, definitely, that's really smart.
yeah. So it's like yeah, it's just a long process. You gotta have patience to get to that that goal that you're trying to get to.
Yeah, yeah,
I always had a feeling like being in Hawaii because
yep.
especially on the most busiest island on the entire island chain,
Okay.
kind of hard to get things going because there's so much people on the island.
Yeah, and there's probably a lot going on. Everybody has their hands in different things, trying to do
Yeah,
different things. So
so it's like just trying to get my name out there. It takes time because there's just so much going on.
true. Sorry about that. Yeah, I can imagine. Um,
So yeah, I mean, how would I say like the biggest challenge for me so far is just trying to make sure that I do everything right because
yep.
all the rules that we have to be able to operate a business here in Hawaii, and it's just like I have to do it right. I don't want to take the wrong
Yeah.
shortcut and screw something up.
And then they try to take your business from you, and then
I don't
just
want that.
yeah, you don't need that
So
either.
that would really suck.
Yeah. So I feel
But
like just keep being legit and taking it day by day. Just keep trying to network yourself out there.
yeah, so it's like I don't know when you first start. That was a question I had for you.
Okay.
When you first started the magazine,
Yep.
Did you ever expect it to become what it is today?
No, not even every day. Like, especially when I take time from Instagram and stuff, like just to lay down or to like smoke or something.
Yeah.
And I go back on Instagram and I'm like before I get back on Instagram, I'm like, dude, I can't believe that they did all this. Like you having the magazines behind you on the wall is just crazy to me. Like that's really crazy. I was not expecting this with the first issue because the quality of the first issue compared to the newer ones is big difference.
Yeah,
So
there's a, but I mean, I put them up on the wall only because that shows not only me, but like, people that know me
yeah,
that, hey, there is a passion for these things out there and people love
true,
them. And these magazines show it.
true,
And
definitely. I
I've
appreciate you for
mentioned the
noticing.
magazine to so many people that I've met at the meets, and they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I didn't even know that existed. That is so cool."
yeah,
Like
that's cool for you to even know
Crazy
about that.
Vico 3,
Yeah,
I got him to follow you, and he really liked it. In fact, he follows Manny and all that too, and he just really likes it because he's like, he, me and him have kind of the same vision where we want to grow the Panther community out here,
I see the vision.
and
Talking
yeah,
to you
and
now, like face to face, I definitely see the vision. Like,
so like me and him have the same, end goal. We want it to be big, and we
yeah,
want people to know the Panthers. We're here, we're here to, put on a show.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
So
We're here. There's definitely something here in Hawaii with Panthers, and I definitely see the vision. I definitely see it,
yeah, so
and I think
you know,
putting you guys on issue 21 is going to help a lot because I want to help as much as I can to help try to make your brand blow up a little bit more. So
well, it's getting there. I mean, honestly, the amount of followers I got with since I started the Panthers of Hawaii page,
yeah,
I was not expecting.
yeah, you guys are like at over 100 or something, right?
I think so, and it's just like
That's crazy. And you just started the page not too
I
long ago.
just started it maybe like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
and it's already at 100 followers, and I'm like, and I'll be honest, a lot of those came from your page.
man, that's
Even
crazy.
like Panther Mafia, a lot of them came came over to Panthers of Hawaii and started following.
That's insane.
And it just
Yes,
I didn't expect it to, you know, do what it did. And I'm just like, wow,
and
okay, this is
it's
cool.
still the
People do
beginning
want to
too.
see what Hawaii has to offer.
Yep, and it's still the very beginning too.
Yep.
That's the fun part of everything. Like I know for me, like the question you asked me, I still can't believe that the magazine has done all this because I really like the cars. Like I feel like I don't know. I'm not really thinking about the money side of it like most people would. Like it's just cool being able to talk to everybody that drives these cars because
Yeah, like when I first heard about the magazine was through Manny because he posted about him being in the first issue, and I was
yeah,
like, I gotta see what this is all about. And I started following you. Like, oh wow, this is cool. So I ended up buying the first issue,
yeah,
and then it kind of just spiraled from there. Now I have every single
yeah.
issue
You've
that
been
you have
supporting
released.
since the beginning, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate it. That's
I
freaking
even have
awesome.
the first T-shirt you ever made.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
That's I don't even know what to say about stuff like that, man. It's just I can't believe it. I'm having fun with everything, and my DMs are like crazy, so it's kind of hard for me to keep up with everything. But I mean, it's all
yeah.
fun. It's all fun, and I appreciate everybody, especially you, for framing them and buying them and
I take
pre-ordering
care
and
of them. It's just
copies.
like,
So yeah,
well, I continue to buy every single one you release,
that's awesome.
and I
I
plan on
appreciate
buying more than one copy of issue 21. I'll tell you that.
it. So I'll be sure to order a bunch of them just so you
I
can
plan
have.
on buying enough copies to be able to, kind of get it out to the whole, like Hawaii, to show people, oh look, Panthers do exist here, and
Yep.
kind of try to see if we can get more to come out just by the magazine being out. I'm pretty sure the magazine being out for the Hawaii issue will, make a big impact on the
I
Panther
feel like I
community
can
here.
probably make a deal with you and probably get them for you for cheaper, and you can. give it out to people as a
That's
a
what I wanted to
flyer.
do, is try to
Like,
get it
hey,
out there.
here's our magazine that we was featured in. You guys should come to our next meet or something like that.
Yeah,
So
that's the goal.
yeah, we could definitely work something out with that.
That's like even some of the meets I'll go to, like, so because I don't have enough room on my wall for all the magazines that I have already. So
Yeah.
some of the ones that I have framed up but I don't have on the wall, I'll take to meets just to show people.
That's so freaking cool.
Like, I'll show them the magazine, like, this
Dang,
is what he has done so far, this is the amount of issues, and then I'll mention the Hawaii issue, and they're like, "Ooh, that sounds cool. I want to be a part of that."
that's awesome, bro. Oh, thank you so much for that. That's cool.
And I
That's
got,
really cool.
the support is always what gets you going. So it's like,
Yeah, that's definitely what keeps me going. Like seeing comments and likes. Like it's like, all right, I got to keep putting these magazines out for everybody to flip through
yeah,
when they're at the McDonald's drive-through or something like that. So
yeah,
yeah,
like I'll have days where I'm not working, I'm at home and I'm bored with nothing to do, and I'm like, "No, well, I'm gonna just read." I'll read it, and like there's times where it's like I'll be sitting in the room and I'll just look over at the wall and I'm like, wow. And mind you, all of this
yeah,
happened within a year.
yeah. I
You
put
weren't
on.
around for very long and you already have this much that
Damn,
has made that much of an impact on the community.
true. See, I haven't even sat and thought about it that way yet. So that's crazy for you to say that, man. I
It's
appreciate that.
like, don't, I'm pretty sure you're coming up on a year, yeah, already
Yeah, it's been
with the magazine.
it was a year in May actually, so it's been a year and a few months.
Like, this is just an idea. I know it might be a little difficult to pull off,
I'm
but
gonna
you
write it
should do
down.
an issue where you kind of combined everything you did in that 1 year for just that one issue.
You know what's crazy? That's what Dale, the guy that's shooting the documentary, he told me I should do that. It's called a coffee table book.
There you go.
But
Yeah.
instead of putting all the words and interviews, just put all the photos of everybody's car
Yeah.
in
That
one
that
big
would be
book.
cool. I
Yeah.
That definitely will shoot the magazine to a whole nother level.
Man,
Like, people just,
I'm gonna send you a free copy when I do that.
bro, I'm telling you, like, and because you figure, because all your magazines cover different parts of the community, different
Yeah,
areas. Like, you got the mafia one, all that stuff.
true, true.
You combine all of that.
Yeah, that's man, that's crazy you just said that.
Yeah, that would definitely wake up the Panther community. And it's just, look at Manny. He's gotten featured in Motor Trend and a bunch of, like, I think he even got featured in American Muscle at one point.
I didn't even know that.
I saw that post because he reposted it. I think that time it happened. It was Lechero
I'm gonna
was
have
the
to check
car
that out. He just
that,
went viral on Facebook. He had like 2 million views right now.
holy.
I don't know if you've seen that. I'll send
I
you the
didn't see it
post.
yet, but I'm
That's
definitely gonna check that out.
yeah,
But
it's crazy.
yeah, I think the photo that went and that was featured on the Motor Trend, if I remember right, might have
Yep.
been a rolling shot of
Of
the
Lechero, I know.
Charo with the hood and bumper and those wheels at
I
the
think I
time.
know exactly what photo you're talking about. It had the purple the headlights were on, right? The purple
Yeah,
headlights.
they were on purple. Yeah, I think it was that. If I remember right, it was that photo that was featured in Motor Trend.
I'm gonna tag
And
you
I saw
in.
that and I'm like, whoa, that's insane. Like, the fact that Manny was able to attract the attention of one of the biggest automotive names in the world, that right there was like, wow.
Just by being himself. He wasn't trying too
Yeah,
hard
and
either.
yeah, that's
That's
the crazy
crazy.
part.
Yeah, that's really crazy.
And
He's
and
pretty
then,
he's pretty humble
oh yeah,
because he
and
could be bragging about a lot of stuff.
nah, no, he. I've talked to him a few times, and it's just like he's so cool and he's super chill. And, he even mentioned to me this past week that it's cool. He even noticed that I've been super active.
Yeah, he's like one of the first people I talked to when I first got on Instagram with my Panther.
Like when he mentioned that and he saw that I'm being more active, I'm thinking in my head, you're kind of the reason why I'm more like
True.
into Panthers because I saw Lechero and that kind of started it all for me. And